Hi, this is Meghla. Today I'm going to start with this factorial problems, and this is a last part of the numbers. So in numbers so far what we have seen is the first part where the classification of numbers and the divisibility rule was done. In the second one we did the factors, LCM, HCF, and the third is about the units digit. The fourth was a remainder theorem, and now this is the fifth one, and this is the last in the numbers. What is factorial problems? So basically you should know what do you mean by factorial. The factorial of a positive integer as a product of the integers with all the numbers lesser than it all the way up to the number. So like you have this one here. Factorial is normally represented by this symbol here. And when you say 4 factorial, it's nothing but 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. So you're going to start with that number and multiply till 1. That is what is called 4 factorial. So if it is 5 factorial, again one more number will be added here. So 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. Next. So here we are going to see the highest power of prime contained n factorial. So this is a formula for that. I'll explain this one by one. So the formula here as such is n factorial is nothing but n by p1 p to the power 1 plus n by p to the power 2 plus n by p to the power 3 and so on up to this y, where we can say this p of y should be less than n, and the next number, the p of y, next power when you add like p to the power y plus 1 should be greater than this, and the greatest integer which is less than or equal to x. So this I'll explain in detail with an example. So let us just take this. Find the highest power of 2 in 50 factorial. So any factorial number, whatever you have. So just now you saw the formula there. So in that, we have to just find out the number of 2's. As you know, 50 factorial is not a small number. It starts from 50 and you keep multiplying 50 into 49 into 48 and so on till 1. And then you have to find out the number of 2's in those numbers. So it is a huge number, and if you write this 50 factorial, like you're going to write this as 50 into 49 into 48 and so on. When you write this, you can see that everywhere like you have 2's. So you have here a 2 into 25. So you have 1, 2 here. Then in 48, it's nothing but 16 into 3. So you have, there are 4 2's in this. 16 is nothing but 2 power 4. So 4 2's. In that way, when you add all this, see 46 has 1 2. 2 into 23. Similarly, you have 45, you don't have 2's. For like 44, if you can say is 4 into 11, so you have 2 2's. So that is how you're going to calculate all this. When you add up all this, you have to find out like how many 2's are there. That is what the question asks. And here, to find that, there is a method which the formula was explained in the previous slide, like n by p1 fact p to the power 1. So the same thing I'm going to do here. So we are going to take this, the p is nothing but the prime number and the n is the 50. So you're going to see for the 50 factorial, so you have to just divide by 2 power 1 first and then go for 2 power 2, 50 by 2 power 2, then 2 power 3, 2 power 4, 2 power 5 and so on. 2 power 5 is 32, which is less than 50. But if you go for 2 power 6, which is 64, it's greater than 50. So you have to stop up to this. And now you consider only the quotients of each one of this. So when you take the quotient of this, like 50 by 2 is 25 and 50 by 4, when you consider 12 is a quotient. I'm not taking the remainder. And then go for this 8. 50 by 8 is nothing but 6 times it goes. And 50 by 16 goes only 3 times up to 48. Then 2 power 5 is 32, it goes only once. When you add all this, that you are getting 47. So this is actually the answer. The answer is like you have basically the number of 2's. Number of 2's or 47 in 50 factorial. That's the meaning of this. So the other method which we apply here is the successive division method. So here the successive division method is you keep dividing it continuously with the same number. So it is the same thing, whatever we have done, it's going to give you the same process here. It's going to be like you first divide this by 2, you get 25, as a quotient, and that quotient again divide by 2, you get 12 as a quotient, then again you divide that by 2. So this is called successive division method. So here you can also do this in this way. Of course, I follow only this method. So this 50, you write it here and then you divide this by 2. You get 25 as a quotient. Directly you just divide this by 2 again, you get 12 as a quotient. You divide this by 2, you get 6 as a quotient. Divide this by 2, you get 3 as a quotient. Then again 2, 1. So the same number what you have here. Okay, that's total. When you add, you don't have to add this 50. Leave that and add only the quotients. That is nothing but 47.